Is this track going to suit Red Bull Racing?
It won't be ideal, but we try to make the best of the situation.
After Canada, you seemed very frustrated, almost sort of at the end of your tether with the situation. Renault have now said there won't be any major upgrade to the engine until 2018. How does that sit with you? How do you accept that?
I could see it coming already, you know. So for me, it was not a big surprise. So yeah, we just have to deal with the situation.
Could you have imagined at the end of last year that you would find yourself in this situation in 2017, in a car that, unless something incredible happens, is not going to be winning races, at a team that is not fighting for the World Championship?
Well, you know, sometimes, yeah, you can have a really good car, sometimes you can have a worse car, I would say. But, you know, the team is really working hard, and I think already the improvements we have been really good. I think also the step we did in Canada again was very positive. And, you know, also in the race, you know, I was in second and Bottas was not really challenging me. I was even driving away. So I think in terms of race pace, we are not too far off, but it's just in qualifying where you need the power, like the real absolute power, that's where we are still lacking quite a bit. But for sure, we can still, you know, improve the car a lot. But from where we come from the first race and now, it's already a huge step.
With the power unit in the back of your car, it seems you're hitting a ceiling at the moment. Your career has been on such a swift progression upwards, and now you're stunted. You can't get that next stage, which surely would be the Formula One World Championship. Are you going to have to move teams in order for that to happen?
I don't know. Hopefully, you know, the future looks good at Red Bull. You know, that's where I am at the moment. And to be honest, I never really like to think about what's going to happen for me in the future. I never really did that. I was just living in the moment and living for the year I'm in. I always did that, and it always was alright afterwards. So I'm not too worried, to be honest. I just have to do a good job, and then there will always be a lot of opportunities.
And there are opportunities next year. Mercedes has a seat open, Ferrari has a seat open. Your management has always been very aggressive in pushing you to the right place for your career, to be in the right place at the right time. Would you move if one of those seats came to you, if one of those teams came to you and said, Max, we want you, we'll do everything that we can to get you out of your Red Bull deal?
Like I said, you know, I'm just focused on the season I'm in now. I try to have at least some decent finishes, and I just have to focus on myself to do a good job. And like I said, then there are a lot of opportunities anyway, and then we can make a decision what's going to happen for me in the future.
It's not a no. 3 podiums in a row. Unexpected?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, not that obviously I don't expect it from at least myself, but I guess, yeah, you go through, what was it, first 4 races, or 5, first 4 or 5 without a podium, and then you're like, okay, we're going to get 3 in a row now. So, but of course, I'm happy to take that. It's been cool, you know. Sure, you need a little bit of things to fall your way in sometimes, but I feel like we made also those happen as well. But yeah, it's all right. We still want to get better. It's nice to stay on the podium, spray the champagne. Don't get me wrong, I love that. But sure, we still got a big target and to try and close down the red and silver cars.
There's the knowledge that it came because of something that happened to them rather than necessarily something that the team had done to draw you up there. Did that take some of the shine off it at all?
A little bit. I mean, you look at Barcelona and you'd say yes because, okay, I got the podium, but, you know, Bottas had a problem and Lewis and Seb were miles down the road. So we were still pretty realistic after that podium. But for sure, Monaco, we felt like we made that happen in the middle of the race. You know, we had the pace at least over Bottas, you know, in obviously a pretty good car. And Canada, sure, Max had his problems, Vettel on the first lap with his wing. But I still had a race, or still had a third to hold on to. And so, yeah, we took positives, and I feel like we have closed the gap down since Barcelona. We still got a pretty big step to go, but we are getting there.
How much does the fact that Renault have said there's no big upgrade coming until 2018, how much does that dampen your spirits about the potential for the rest of this season?
My spirits can be softened. They can be rippled, but thou shall never be dampened. So it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, it seems like there's nothing major coming, but don't be fooled by the rocks that they got. they are still bringing some updates. Let's say fine tuning here and there. So even this weekend, I think we got a little bit of tweaks and that. So the current package we don't quite have optimized, and it will continue to be optimized as the season goes on. So we won't stand still. That's what I've been told, and that's what I'm believing and understand. So yeah.
And looking towards next year, media loves to talk. Media particularly likes to talk at the moment
as well.
I know you do, but at the moment they like to talk about the fact you have some pre-contract at Ferrari that you've signed to go there if things don't necessarily go your way from a points perspective at Red Bull Racing. You've got a big smile. You're laughing?
No, I'm laughing.
Is there any?
Italians can just shove their mic.
There you go.
They hear the word Ferrari and they just slide up. They're like, oh, what's the story?
Is there any truth to that?
No, there's honestly not. And I feel like even if there was, people would expect me to say that. But yeah, there is honestly not. Yeah, it's just a bit of rumours, I guess. And even in Bahrain, they were like adamant. I got to the paddock and there was all these Italian journalists like, yeah, obviously they're just some rumours in F1, and I guess you got to expect that. But no, for everyone listening, they are not true. No worries.